Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday. Just got off of work. Got back here to the shop. Had a pretty good week. Got a new project sitting here. Really need to get this rear end situation finished up and in this car. Just haven't made it a priority. The white tow truck, knock on wood, so far still running and doing good. And now we got this one to work on. It's a 1969 Ford Mustang. Pretty cool car. I'm not a Ford person, but I appreciate them all. It's pretty cool. This belongs to my dad's friend Steve Bolt. They used to run around in the streets together back in the day, and he's had a bunch of different Mustangs. My introduction to Steve was probably around, it was before I started racing the wagon, so it's probably like 2007, 2008, and we made a trip to Roxborough, and he drove a coupe Fox body down there with a 5-speed in it, and it had a nitrous kit on it. Him and my dad's cousin Scooter, they got in the car and drove that thing like an hour and a half from Farmville down to Roxborough, and he raced it all day. I don't remember how well he did. He went a few rounds, but drove a stick car down there, and it wasn't like it was a slow car either. I mean, it run in the 7s. It was a pretty stout little street car, and Dad ended up running up that night to Austin Welch. I remember that pretty well. But so he brought the car in. He just got it not long ago. The car is originally out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he has bought the car out of Baltimore, Maryland. He had a 69 Mustang back in the day. It was white. So he's had a few of them, but they just got this not too long ago. Him and his wife and son, they've been working on it, doing a little bit of stuff to it, just trying to make it a good driver. You know, not trying to make a show car or race car out of it, just something they can enjoy and drive, take to cruise ins. It's going to be pretty cool, and the car is really still got a lot of originality to it. I mean, it hasn't really been touched a whole lot, it don't appear. It looks like it was a factory AC car, but it's set. He said it's set for about 10 years before he went and bought it, so it's going to just need some little things here and there. But in my opinion, if it's running and driving, just enjoy it and fix little things as you go. And I think a lot of people get caught up in, you know, wanting this, wanting that, and having it all done. And the best thing to do is just get it on the road and drive it. As one older guy I used to work with told my brother-in-law when he had an old Fairlane, he said, put tags and insurance on it and drive it. Fix it as you go, because if you don't do that, it'll just sit there and never get on the road. But he brought it in. He bought an exhaust kit. He ordered an exhaust kit the week before we ended up getting the bender, which the bender was not planned. That's just kind of something that came together. We got the new valence. He ordered that with the hardware kit. I had to change the valence out so we can run the 2 lines out the back. I think it just has a single pipe on it right now. Yeah, it's just got a single exhaust. So we got to change the valence out so we can run the 2 lines. These are the tips he got. So yeah, it's pretty cool old car, and it's nice to see him still out and about and driving, and he's taking this to a few of the cruise ins. Pretty cool. So we're going to try to get the exhaust and change the valence out, get the exhaust on it. And there's a couple other little things he wanted us to look at while it was here if we had time. But so we'll get started on it. It's a little before action. It's got a Y pipe running into a single muffler there, single tailpipe out the back. Also, we got some stuff ordered this past week. Ordered the dies that I wanted that we didn't get with the bender. Those are supposed to be here. I think this coming Wednesday. I also ordered 2 exhaust fans that are made for doing exhaust work. Really handy. Had a few of them at the shop I used to work at, but they're supposed to be here Monday. So also got set up with a distributor who does exhaust piping, so should be able to get that pretty easy now. Remember, safety first. Now it's the moment of truth. See if these old bolts are going to come out of these manifolds. Look like they've been there a while. A lot of times when you get like old crusty bolts like this there's a ton of junk. Doubt y'all be able to see it, but they get rusted inside. If you can just get them to move, like this one, it barely budged, and I just kept working it back and forth. The next thing you know, you're getting a flat, you're getting 3 flats, and it'll eventually, sometimes it'll eventually just loosen up and come on out. Just got to be patient with it. And then there's some cases where they don't move and they just snap off and ruin your day. I'm hammering it to get it up on there, but sometimes hammering on the heads of bolts will help jar them free also. Well, it's out. Driver's side, come on out. Had to work them and work them. The bottom bolt on this side was moving and working back and forth pretty well, and it just decided to snap. So it broke off in the hole, and you can see where somebody broke off a hole before up top, and they just drilled out beside it and run a nut and a bolt through it. So you gotta have patience, and now it's getting to the point where it's getting thin enough to where you can really screw up the hole. So we're trying to keep it where we can reuse it. Well, pretty decent evening. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but that's what happens when bolts break. So we got that bolt re-drilled out and tapped. I don't have my flashlight on me, I apologize. Yeah, I was hoping to get these out and get the H-pipe put in tonight, but had that bolt break off. So got all that stuff cleaned up and ready to go back together now. Just set the H-pipe up there. It seems to fit pretty good. We may have to put a little bit of a ding in it on the driver's side where it wraps around here. We'll have to see how it fits with the gaskets and stuff. I may just take a little hammer and just dolly that down a little bit for a little extra clearance. Get here in the morning, we'll get this rear bumper off. It has a dent in it. It's bowed in the middle, and it's pushing on the valence. So we're going to have to take the bumper off to change the valence, and then we're not going to put this bumper back on, being we're putting a new valence on it. We don't want to put that bumper pressed into it, and he's taking the car to the body shop soon, and he's going to get a new bumper. So we'll get the valence changed in the morning, get the H-pipe on and hung and bolted in, and mufflers hung, and We'll see how these hangers work out. I may end up making hangers, just depends on how well these seem to support everything. But all in all, decent evening. Got to hang out with Dad, so that's always a plus. Yep, it is Saturday morning. Just got to the shop with the kids, and we're gonna get started on this Mustang. Try to get a bunch of this stuff done today, hopefully. It's like Dad got the bumper and the valence off of it this morning before I got here. So we got a little bit of a head start. Supervisor. I think Wyatt is starting his own lawn care business. He's got him a push mower, weed eater, leaf blower. So if you need somebody to come cut your grass, he may take a nap on the job every now and then, but he'll be comical to watch at least. All right, we got the H-pipe bolted up. It's not tight. I got it loose. I mean, it's snugged up, but it's loose enough where we can move it up and down to adjust as needed. This is something I always did when I was doing exhaust work. Just about every connection, even if it doesn't matter, I would put a mark every ½ inch for 1.5 inches, 2 inch. So we got half, 1, 1.5. I would do that normally up to like 2 inches. Because I have seen people when they did exhaust work, they shoved the pipes too far in the muffler, and it literally would choke the engine down where it wouldn't have enough gap between the end of the pipe and the muffler chambers to go around through the chambers, and it would just sit there and hit the wall and cause all sorts of problems. So, and if you have to maneuver stuff in and out to try to make things fit, you at least know, hey, I got a ½ inch of pipe still in there and I'm good. If you're welding, if you're clamping, you're gonna need more than that, but just something I've always done. Me and this old cart done a mini exhaust job together. Exhaust is hung from the manifold back to the mufflers. Got some hangers made. I can't really see them, but put some hangers and bent them, made them to wrap around the pipes out the way of the clamps. Those will be a whole lot stronger and more rigid than using something like this. These work all right in some applications, but they're just not as easy going. All right, we got the kit on. Fit pretty decent. It's just a Mustang kit. There's some things that could be tighter and whatnot, and these cars aren't perfect. I mean, there's going to be some variance in the cars, but we got the H-pipe on, mufflers, tailpipes. Went ahead and made hangers. Went ahead and just made some rod hangers for it. It'll be a lot stronger and more easy function. Made them for the tailpipes too. But the tips are not on. We are leaving these off. We just got them sitting up here right now. They're not set and they're not spotted on or anything yet. Yes, Wyatt? What you doing? Because it's going to the body shop pretty soon, and instead of the tips getting messed up at the body shop or anything, we're just gonna take them back off and let him take it that way. I mean, really, the only thing on the kit we modified, other than the hangers, which it didn't come with anything but the strap style hangers, is we put a little bit of a, just flatten this a little bit so it would clear around the transmission pan. And then also the tailpipes, this side, we had to put just a little kick in it to bring it over because it was trying to go that way too far. And then this one over here, see, it's pretty snug on the gas tank. We had to actually bend it out and then back to get it to go around the tank to where it would clear. That's part of using exhaust kits. It's like when I was doing exhaust on all the vehicles, trucks and things, I didn't use bend card pipes, because if you don't have that muffler in the exact location that it needs to be to use that bend card tailpipe, then they won't even know need in doing it, because you're going to spend more time modifying and getting it right. I mean, because an inch down there is a lot up here. So, but it didn't fit too bad. I mean, being as that's all we had to really modify on it, I think that was pretty good. It was cool that we had the bender, and we actually got to use that. So, got to use that to make a couple little tweaks in them pipes, like I was just telling you. These are our scale blocks that we use when we scale the race cars and make chassis adjustments and different things. So we just set it up on there, put the car at ride height. That way we could check everything, clearance around the rear end housing and whatnot, make sure everything's clearing.